like, and subscribe.
Ghost time!
Alright, we have all of our stuff here. We're at the Heceda Head Lighthouse. We're going to get ready. We brought our EMF tester. We have our spirit box. It's been so successful for us so far. We have the selfie stick. And then in a move that we knew, because this place is supposedly like super haunted, we came prepared to uphold our promise. We bought adult diapers. We got so we're not going to let any underwear be harmed in the making of this video.
Okay, Wendy is me here.
Yes, it is.
Sorry about my hair in your face, Megan. I think the scariest part about this adventure is my hairdo. Alright, so here we are in Heceda Head Lighthouse, Oregon coast. Beautiful location. Windy today, it's a little chilly. But it's supposedly haunted. We were blessed to be able to stay at the bed and breakfast, so spent the night with Rue the Ghost.
Oh, you got to go up there every 3 hours and haul kerosene. I'm like, I'm out.
Yeah. So the question they're asking here is, would you make it as a Heceda Head Lighthouse keeper? And I think we're all saying probably not, because it's a lot of hard work.
It was a lot of hard work. Actually.
Very manual.
Yeah.
She
I mean,
was-
the thing is, they were like isolated, so they had to grow their own food. So it's not just, you didn't even have to run. I mean, you had to run the lighthouse, but you also had to grow your own food. You had to work in the garden, milk the cow.
Yeah.
All this kind of stuff.
Yeah, you're basically like farmer / lighthouse
Yeah.
keeper / school teacher, because she said at a school.
Yeah, like everything.
With 90 kids. So, yeah, hard work.
Terrible stuff. I just let the ships crash.
Not sure what this freaky deaky is, so gonna check it out. It's like down to a creepy basement. You know there's demon volts per meter down there. The kiss of the sun for pardon, song of the bird for mirth. One is nearer God's heart in a garden than anyone else on earth. Oh,
that's sweet. They have a whole garden back there
precious.
too.
That's a sweet sign for your haunted little lighthouse. Yeah, they have a couple like walk-in. So I mean, they say the ghost's in the attic, but like, there's no way there's not a ghost in the basement too. I'm just saying. So what you got here, Megan?
So we found a binder labeled Ghost Stories of Heceta, and it looks like it's just full of a bunch of ghost stories from Heceta. So
Give us some highlights.
They noticed strange noises, combination of squeaky floorboards, high winds, and whistling chimneys. One night they had a card party, and the 2 guests they had were turned ashen face lower. They described as a high-pitched scream. They also had cupboards, doors definitely shut at night, and then the next morning a rat poison left in the attic was exchanged for a single silk stocking.
What? That is weird.
That's odd.
I could see it.
Heceda Head Lighthouse. Here, bed and breakfast. Super cute little room. Supposedly the most haunted one in the whole entire place. With this freaky deaky closet right here that goes up to the freaky attic. Okay, I got it to go off with the light. Oh, look at that cute lampshade. Dude, that is freaking adorable.
EMF really. This is the haunted room. So most likely it'd be here. Do you mind opening the closet for me, Megan? This room is kind of freaky. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not brave enough to climb this ladder, but I just don't want to be loud.
I don't want to annoy anybody else. Right? So we have to ghost hard. You can't do it quietly.
I know. They're totally blocking the camera by now with their
Am I?
butt cheeks.
Oh,
Yeah, scam.
little cheesecake stuff for the people at home.
Anyway. You can see at the corner of my half penny out. Yeah. He's the only one protected from the evil spirits.
What is that? Can I say that again? I'll do that this again now.
It looks kind of weird, but it isn't perfect.
I don't think you're using those right though. but I love the enthusiasm.
I know.
I don't know. They're supposed to stretch. I mean,
Okay, I've been a little nervous to go up the ladder, but now that I've got my adult diaper
yeah,
on,
that's right. That's
I'm
right.
ready to take it
They're
off.
properly equipped.
I'm properly equipped for the adventure.
Make sure there's no apparition.
Wouldn't that be funny? I'm all wish me luck and then
Oh my God! There's like an old woman.
this is like the scariest ladder of all time.
It's like super creepy.
Is there anything you want to tell us? We need some light. Megan, can you get the flashlight? Rue, is our prayer to visit you? We'd love to hear you say something.
It's like a weird like.
I don't want to be like our eyes, because like, it's really bright.
You're aiming down. Yeah, that's better. It's like, I don't know, maybe it's just me.
Rue, are you here? Can you give us a message? Can we help you? We'd like to help you. Is there anything we can do to give you peace? If you're here, can you give us a sign? You have to take it by this.
No, it's a sprinkler pipe. I don't think it shouldn't have a. Ouch, I just ripped my toe. That's so meta. Taking a video of your video, videoing you, videoing the video. I know, I was gonna eat one. It's all blurry.
There's nothing anyways. We got more action from Clowny.
Yeah, that's true. You should have brought Clowny.
You know how when you want to let your roommate know you're getting busy?
Yeah.
Well, I put my depends on there for Rue.
That's right.
So she knows.
Depends on the door. That's right. They're gonna get it.
Don't disturb us.
That's right. You know what's going down.
Heceda Head Lighthouse. Haunted? Not haunted. And how many skid mark ratings? How many skid marks in our underwear?
So, I don't know. What do we think?
I would say when we left, I was unimpressed largely because it was like pretty calm, quiet. I think most of the spookiness was the ambiance of it.
Yeah,
Like,
it was a spooky location.
yeah, and you just sort of expected it to be haunted the way that it felt. I was scared. In fact, I did have to wear the adult diapers to go in that one closet.
Yeah.
With the stairs or that like ladder going up
That
to
closet did give me pause.
So supposedly the room that we had was like the most haunted room because the attic is where I guess most of the stuff is centered. And that was it had the access to the attic. So there was a closet and there was like stairs or like this ladder thing that went up into the attic. So you had sort of this, that vibe. Yeah. That's a little creepy.
We had the EMF detector that would only go off when we dropped it.
The lamp made it go off too.
Yeah.
But like nothing other than that, like really like creepy happened.
So here we're going around the EMF detector again. Did we get anything? And you did the stairs, right?
Did the closet, yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Did we go up the stairs at all?
No.
No, it's locked. I checked, believe me. First thing I did, there's a padlock on it.
That's so sad.
I was too scared to go up the stairs, to be honest. They look creepy to me.
They do. It's like
Oh, they're totally creepy.
it's kind of like the gateway to hell in the witches video, but it's here instead.
Yeah. We already took the devil's churn to get here.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
that's
And
very true.
I almost drove into the woods. I know.
Not though. You almost drove to the ocean.
Yeah.
Well, but there were a couple of trees and then the ocean. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping I would have hit one of the
We
trees.
could like get stuck in the tree.
Are you mad at me for dropping the EMF detector? Like, why are you going off all crazy now? Rue, what you got to say? 'Cause I was just going to show you that every time I do this, it sets off the EMF detector. I'm not really sure what the laws of physics are with that. Did we ever figure out what the demon volts per meter was? Because we might have found the vortex right here in the middle of the bed.
People didn't have anything.
Every time.
You must have found it.
Not sure what it's detecting.
No, that time I didn't. It went to like 89 when I dropped it.
Did it?
So maybe that's the volts per meter.
Is it right? Did it go to?
Yeah, that's what it's doing. Like for like a split second.
So we are in the room that is closest to the attic. The stairs to the attic are in that closet, and supposedly that's where Rue is most active. Rue is the resident spirit. So we have the spirit box set up to see if Rue will tell us anything. Supposedly Rue is looking for her daughter who drowned. Although we don't know if she drowned in the ocean or in a cistern. It's not clear because the records aren't very good. Rue, would you like to tell us anything?
You need to tell us how to turn the goddamn light off.
Rue, turn the light off. that you're making that clicking?
So Ellie decided to sit down in a chair, and I'm convinced he's sitting on the ghost. And you're not wearing your sombrero of
I
protection.
was just gonna say, I'm gonna get.
Yeah.
You're gonna get
I'm
possessed.
taking a real chance.
That's
If
like
he's-
dangerous.
If he starts speaking like a woman.
Howdy.
That chair.
Happy Cinco de
That
I guess
chair
it's
is
not
making
Cinco de Mayo anymore.
What's
Oh,
that?
yeah.
What is
I was
that?
like, oh, happy Cinco de Mayo, but
Nope.
Oh,
it's not anymore.
It was yesterday. That was so
It's like
yesterday.
1 a.m.
You know what?
So
When you hang out with me, every day is Cinco de Mayo.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel very confident in my adult diapers. It's
you
actually
should.
it's giving me great confidence.
That's
A
good.
lot of protection. Yeah, I'm afraid that my heavy ass is gonna break this chair. It's funny until the whole thing just falls apart into like kindling.
Yeah.
Well, no, for us that will actually still be hilarious.
Yeah, we'll be laughing while you're laying on the
Well, I'm
floor.
pulling shards of chair out of my butt.
We had the one incident where the backpack.
So
Oh, yeah.
so that I don't know what happened with that. I know distinctly because I was brushing my teeth or something, and I came in and laid down, and there was a backpack, and it was like I had to move it because it was like in front of the door, and so I just pushed it over a little bit so I could close the door, and then I fell asleep, and then I woke up later to go to the bathroom or something, and that backpack was like on the other side of the dresser, like it had moved,
Yeah.
and I hadn't done that. And I don't know, and I remember
And
thinking
I
that was
didn't
weird
either.
because it was like blocking the door. And then when I went out again, it wasn't blocking the door anymore. And everybody says they didn't move it. So I don't know what happened, but so nobody moved the backpack, but it did move. So
That was a little
that was
suspicious.
weird.
And then I had a couple things that happened to me, but at the time I kind of wrote them off. Well, one of them I know for a fact was nothing because I heard the door handle jiggle, and I thought, oh my gosh, this is it. The ghost has come, the ghost man cometh. And I braced myself, but then I realized it was the neighbors. I mean, the walls are pretty thin in that
Yeah.
old house. So it was just the neighbors getting up in the middle of the night. So it was not a ghost. And then I want to say it was like around 5 or 5:30 in the morning. I felt what felt kind of like two hands pressing down on either side around my feet. And that felt, it felt like somebody leaning in on the bed, like with their hands though pushing down like this. And then like immediately right after that, Megan tossed and turned in her sleep, and I was like, oh. Well,
I was
it's
gonna
just
say that
Megan.
definitely could have been me.
It
But I don't
definitely
know
could've.
why I would be over your feet at the end of the bed.
So at the time I wrote it off
But-
as like, oh, it was just Megan. I had no experience. But then later on I thought, why would that be Megan? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. So that one
Fascinating.
could be a little
Yeah.
suspicious.
Well, I mean, that was, as I recall, that was a very common report that people had in that room was that they felt like something
So
was
he's
sitting on the bed. So that's something that people have reported before.
So Rue the Ghost might have been sitting on my feet.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah,
a possibility.
that is a
It's
possibility.
a solid possibility. But I never felt threatened, or it didn't feel like
Yeah.
it didn't have like a witchy vibe like at the witch's castle where it's
Mm.
kind of like a little bit of a negative entity. If it's haunted at all, it's a nice ghost because
Yeah.
the worst thing they did was sit on my feet and move our backpack.
It's
Well,
very.
I went to the bathroom and I don't know if I was just like scared because I was kind of scared to go to the bathroom myself, but I did hear stuff like on the ceiling, like moving around. And I know we talked about that, like
Like in the attic or something?
yeah,
Yeah.
I heard stuff moving around. I don't know if it was the neighbors because there's a room right there, but
That's
what
also
I
a
heard.
common thing that people say they hear is stuff in the attic. Like the attic is the most, like you said, most common
That's where
place
it's-
for the activity. So yeah, so maybe you did hear Rue, or when other people say they hear Rue, they're actually hearing other people because the acoustics in an old place like that,
Yeah, it was.
it
like,
does make it
It's
tough.
very 50-50 on what it was.
Right. Yeah.
She did
Agreed.
hear.
I agreed. But yeah, I don't know. So how many bacon strips did you feel your shorts ever at all? Yeah, I don't think I did either, really. Like, I felt pretty calm. So I think I'm probably going to give it a solid 1
Yeah, it was
myself.
like
I really
one, maybe
did.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the only reason I even go to 1 is just because we did have a couple of small little incidents, but they were not scary. They weren't like, never once did I feel like threatened or harm or, anything that would even, like I said, I thought it was you that turned in the bed. It wasn't even anything big.
Yeah, I mean, I was scared to like be in the house by myself, But that was probably because I expected something bad to happen. Nothing bad actually happened, so.
Oh, you know what I thought was really scary when we first got there? Because we got there really late. It was like 11, right? Like around 11 o'clock. And most people were already asleep, so the place was really dark. Yeah, we're walking through finding our room, and we walked by the grandfather clock.
Yep.
And it just like didn't like not a grandfather clock time. It just went like ding at us.
And it was at a very random time.
It's so
too.
random. And I jumped like 4
I think
feet.
we had a video of it. Like we were just standing right there looking at it, and it was like probably like 1:30 or something like that. And it was late, and it just randomly went off.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. I got it on video.
What did you say, 1 or 2?
No, I can't even go to 2. I was gonna say like a half, maybe. Like for the ambiance, and it was, you know, there's a lot of history, a lot of good stuff and bad stuff related to the history there. That was actually really neat. You know, we learned about the lighthouse, the history of that lighthouse and all the lighthouses and whatnot, and what it took to be a lighthouse keeper, which, by the way, just so for anybody who's wondering, I do not have what it takes.
It's quite.
I don't think. I was always thinking that it would be cool to be like a lighthouse keeper, you know? I mean, just like a cool job.
Right.
I'm like, oh, well, every day you have to go down there and clean the thing and watch the stuff. And I was like, oh, I don't have it in me to do.
They used to do maybe like what, every 3 hours
Yeah,
to go do
yeah,
it?
they would have to stay, and because before they had the thing worked out, they would have to reset the weights to turn the thing, and they would have to do it like every 3 hours or something. So people would have to sit up there, and
in the middle of the night.
and
too,
I was
they would
sitting
have to
there
walk
going,
out.
you know, I mean, I don't know if I would have it to clean they have to clean the lenses to make sure that it stays, and it burns this was in the old days. The lights would burn with so much
kerosene or
smoke, they would
whatever.
have to go and clean it basically every day.
Constantly,
And it was a lot of work, it sounded like, to clean it. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I could clean it that frequently. Like maybe once a month if I was in charge of the lighthouse,
was
maybe.
hard.
Or else you would just have a lot of ships stacking up on the coast.
You don't have a great lighthouse.
Yeah, I think I would
That's
not.
the ghostly situation.
Yeah, that's why it's so spooky when I'm in charge, because there's a lot of drowned dead or haunting the coast. They're waiting for me to clean the
It's
lenses.
haunted because our lighthouse keeper sucked.
So-
Yeah, it definitely has a rich history. Definitely a beautiful place. Possibly ghosts.
We also were only there we weren't there for that long.
Yeah,
We
that's
spent a
true,
night. We
unfortunately.
spent a whole night. But
It
you know,
probably deserves another look.
we wanted the ghosts to scare. We wanted
Yeah,
a 3-finger scratch for him.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not rooting for it for myself or for Megan, but for Ellie, I was kind of hoping.
I wanted everything bad to happen to him.
I'm
We're
the lightning
thinking-
rod of.
No scratches. No, it was actually quite peaceful. And if there is a ghost, I can't even say for 100% confidence that I think there is one, just because we were so peaceful.
Yeah.
But some of the weirdnesses we had, maybe, but it's definitely not a spooky ghost. It's a ghost you could sleep with.
But also, I'll point out, I did have my protective sombrero.
Oh, that's
And I wore
true.
the
And
adult
that
diaper
keeps-
for most of
and
the.
that keeps the ghosts, you know, they don't want to mess with that.
I
You know,
did
they-
have the sombrero on
Yeah,
for
that's-
quite a
that's
while.
why, you know.
You did.
Nobody's going to come and give you 3 scratches when you got the protective sombrero.
That's
It's like a
fair.
little
They don't
bubble
want the
around
ghosts
you.
know, they know they're not messing with an amateur.
Yeah,
So
that's true. You probably did ward off all the spirits with that one.
That's true.
And I had my diaper on, so maybe we just came too protected.
yeah, that's right.
I know.
And that's
Maybe
the
next
thing.
time we need to be a little
That's what I
more
was gonna say.
vulnerable.
That's-
Maybe I won't bring the sombrero next time and just see if that, you know, drums up any more activity. I don't want to scare the ghosts into, you know, quietude. Ghost,